the pressure as a leader, we choose our way into a tremendous level of responsibility.
Right.
And I talk about it as in my work as what we call the four circles of contribution, right? It's like in the center, there's being, can you take care of yourself? And then in the second circle, it's can you take care of you and your family? And in the third
Right.
circle, it's can you take care of you, your family, and your community? And in the
Right.
fourth circle, where my people really reside, is can you take care of yourself, your family, your community, and then can you start changing the world?
Right.
And for those of us that are hardwired in this four circles of contribution, part of it is a commitment to carrying a tremendous level of responsibility.
Right.
And then now you throw in familial health, right? And so you've got chemotherapy appointments and navigating hip replacements and cement mesh and all sorts of things that I'm certainly not skilled in. So now you're training and you're learning and you're studying those whole levels of things that really you've got no qualifications in, but you know that you need to navigate. So for me, understanding like that, I've chosen a life of responsibility, right? I've chosen that I now have an army of employees, and the ability to pay them is going to be through sales and closing deals, right? That creates a cash flow so that all your people are taken care of. And if we really want to say it, and not probably the nicest terms, it's the trough, right? Like everybody's at your trough. Well, how do you take care of yourself when everybody's at the trough? And I don't say that in a negative way. Some people view that as a negative term. For me, it's just saying that I built the trough because I understood that I was built to be a rainmaker, not just for myself, but for so many other people around me.
Right. And I think what you're saying is it's the old adage you hear on the airplane, right? Like put your oxygen mask on first before helping other people. If you can't take care of this first circle, which is yourself, how are you meant to go and take care of these concentric circles around you? For me, I have this 7-year-old son. I'm 54 years old, and I began to ask myself, how am I going to be able to show up to this guy, this young man that needs a father when he's 10, 15, 20 years old, and I'm a little bit older? Am I going to be that guy at the game that's leaning over and not in good shape, or am I going to be showing up for this guy? So it finally pushed me to say, look, unless I can take care of this myself, I won't be able to show up for other people. And it sounds like you're saying kind of the same thing.
Oh, it's absolutely what, whether it's my 10-year-old son, whether it's my being in my partnership with Caitlin, whether it was having the energy and the fortitude before my mother passed, be there for her. I would say there's this other element, right? Which is that many of us that are in a leadership and especially in the arena of social impact business, right? Where, it's already hard enough to run business just to be profitable, right?
Right.
Now let's go solve a major social issue that we're confronting, right? Where oftentimes the emotional storylines that are going on, whether you're ending homelessness or, for me, I love empowering women's because I believe that every major global problem will be solved by planting more trees and having more money flow through more women.
Love it. Yep.
These aren't light topics. So it's both the physical responsibility, physical pain that one might be in, but then there's also the emotional levels that I think, particularly for men, a lot of men are in positions of power, but they're not grappling with their emotional body. And so the solution of what saved my back, right? 4+ years of crippling pain that I didn't even really complain about much. I mean, people would see me and I'd be like, yeah, my back's spasming right now. My apologies that I can't participate quite in this way. But what I didn't tell people was absolutely crippling pain for years and years, until one day my son's mother, my ex, she hands me this tiny little book and she says, hey, you may want to read this book. I know you've tried this. I know you've tried that. I know you've tried this. I know you've tried that. So she's, and look, at this point, and for anyone who understands pain, you'll take whatever.
Absolutely.
You'll take anything.
Absolutely.
Right. And I was like, look, God, source, universe, if you're delivering me something that I should pay attention to in this dinky little book. So I take the book and I look at the cover and what does it say? Healing Back Pain by Dr. Sarno, NYU doctor. Right. I read the introduction and the introduction says, I've helped 17,000 people with back pain. Wow. And I'm sitting there saying, if there's some miracle in this book for me, I'm here for it. Dinky, like 80, 90 page book. So he says in this book that 95% of the pain did not require surgery.
Wow.
And that most of his peers would just say to these people, you need surgery.
Totally.
And what he revealed in this book and through his 17,000 people was that the 95% of the back pain was emotional.
Wow. Interesting. Emotional.
Huh. And so I'm sitting there saying, okay, I'm open for this. So, in this book, he starts walking me through various exercises. I'll give you a strange one that at the time I was kind of like, really? And he's like, you probably had some injury at some point. I'm reading the book and I'm nodding my head. Yes, I had a major. He said, your body is an incredible force of nature. Your body healed long ago. Now, Scott, this rocked me because I'm still behaving as an injured person.
Right.
And he said, your body healed long ago. Your back healed long ago.
Huh.
But you have been living as an injured person.
Ah, so interesting. Mind-blowing. Yeah.
Mind-blowing. So he said, listen, he said, start talking to your body. Start telling your body is healed. Body, you are healed. Body, you are strong. I love you. Thank you so much.
Right.
I said, I got nothing to lose. So I started talking literally out loud to my body.